Aldous Huxley was born in 1894 in Gotham, England. In his youth, he wants to pursue a career in the sciences, but a serious illness makes him almost blind and nips his ambitions. After this accident and the mother's premature death, Huxley develops a pessimism which he expresses even in his literature. Moreover, he always tried to combine scientific and humanist aspects. This is clear also in the masterpiece Brave New World, on which in 1998 John Wigto based the namesake movie. Since the mid-40s, the author shows a growing interest in mysticism, so much that he progressively leaves aside fiction, preferring philosophical speculation. Aldous starts to experience different drugs, LSD in particular, considering it a key to be in contact with the human psyche. Hence, in 1954, he writes The Dose of Perception. Huxley dies in 1963 due to cancer, and with the last twist, he asks to his wife to inject him with 100 milligrams of LSD. The masterpiece Brave New World, written in 1932 straddling the two world wars, is a dystopia. Set in London in the year 632 after Ford, which corresponds to 2054 Anno Domini, the novel represents a totalitarian state where life is planned on behalf of productive rationalism. The author uses as indicative time frame after Ford instead of Anno Domini because in this society the cult of Ford, the inventor of the assembly line, replaced every other religion. The year zero is 1908, when the first Ford Model T was put on the market. The world is divided in 10 sections supervised by controllers, whose aim is to ensure peace and order. The control is censored through eugenics, which is the embryonic gene modification and improvement. Each individual is bred in a test tube and has the qualities of the caste for which it is intended to. The closed castes alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon differ in work, lifestyle, clothing, and since their birth they are indoctrinated by recorded voices to be happy of their future life. In this way, the capitalist system is not threatened by class warfare. Mind cleansing, perfectly described also in the movie, consists in a substantial amount of repetitions of many slogans.
Yourself. You're unique. No one is more unique than you.
We're all special. That's what makes us one.
It doesn't matter what you look like.
We all bring pink. It's what's inside that counts.
If you want it, you can have it. Reach out and grab it. You deserve it. You've earned it.
In the new world, senility does not exist, and people face death serenely thanks to heavy doses of medicines. Death, indeed, is considered just as the loss of a productive tool. The government promotes frivolous relationships, and the concept of family is only a negative myth of a decadent past. The possibility to obtain easily any partner stumps impetuous feelings. That's why people don't have time or desire to deepen relationships. Those who are not promiscuous are considered subversive. The government promotes also soma consumption, a substance with the same effects of alcohol and drugs, but without their side effects. The novel's main character is Bernard Marx, a psychologist with individualistic tendencies and shorter in stature than the average of his alpha caste. That's why he's mocked by other alphas. Played by Peter Gallagher, Bernard in the movie is not an outsider at all. The movie industry, in fact, needs a manly, a charming male character in which the audience likes to impersonate. Both in the movie and the book, the relationship between Lenina and Bernard is confusing. Nevertheless, the filmmaker chooses to satisfy the audience's expectation with a happy ending. The result is an abrupt and poorly developed ending. Moreover, even if in the book is clear that the antagonist is the dystopian society, on the silver screen the film director increases the negative aspect of a character in order to have the intrigue. For what concerns John, in the book he is described as a boy grown up with natives, so he practices their religion, their culture, and he learned to read thanks to Shakespeare's tragedies that in the reservation haven't been destroyed. In the dystopian society, culture is a danger. It creates awareness and takes time away from other consumerist activities. In the novel, we notice that John uses a great rationality and a wide vocabulary that usually a savage hasn't, but the author's choice aims to achieve the greatest dramatic effect. Moreover, even if he is attracted by Lenina, John's view of courtship and romance is utterly incompatible with Lenina's freewheeling attitude to sex. There is no possibility for a compromise. Since that the book is a warning for the future, contrary to the movie, it ends with John's death, in order to highlight that there is no hope to flee from that sick world. Huxley's negative perspective is a consequence of that period's conflicts, such as the Americanization, mass distribution, the rise of totalitarianism, the First World War, and the Russian Revolution. But this dystopia is brilliant and unique, because it describes a society that instead of oppressing people, manipulates them without even undermining its own workforce. People live a routine with all comforts and inhibit stress and melancholy with soma, that's why they don't even realize to be slaves. The novel's title contains also a veiled criticism to Americanization. In fact, in the 16th century, Europeans used to call America the New World. The masterpiece is also chock full of references to Shakespeare, and the title in particular, which echoes Miranda's words, Charter the Tempest. But we still have a question: how did this devious dictatorship rise? First of all, the novel's world just got out of a long war. Now progress, penicillin, antibiotics, pesticides, and sanitation lead to an increasing population that in some decades causes a disproportionate relationship between available resources and people. The social distress turns into anarchy. Chaos reaches a tipping point, and a totalitarian regime uses the need of order to justify despotism. Totalitarianism, which is based on cultural uniformity and the right of common good, deprives people of their identity as single individuals. Ivan Pavlov's studies, which inspired Hitler, demonstrates that animals after continuous physical or mental stress have a nervous breakdown, then they are ready to be trained. The dictatorship exploits in the same way the tiredness of the mass, and appears as the only solution to all problems, overshadowing each issue with many distractions. In my opinion, the real twist in the novel is to find out that Mustafa Mond, a world controller, once was a subversive scientist which voluntarily decided to accept the limits and serve the totalitarian society for the benefit of social stability. So the reader thinks, will I have to do the same choice?